In Little Rock, Arkansas, a Corvette C6 turned the night into a nightmare for troopers. After slipping past 3 units, another trooper locked on as the chase hit full throttle, pushing speeds of 135 to 140 miles per hour.
20 Ladybug, he's taking off. We're going to be 30 eastbound.
Vehicle description, charges, speeds, traffic.
30 westbound, direction 30 eastbound, speeds 135. It's going to be color Corvette. So I'll let you out. The 28 in a second. Light traffic.
The Corvette flew through highway construction zones, swerving around barrels and dodging traffic at impossible speeds. At 120 miles per hour, the driver made a daring move, sliding past a car in front and shooting into the right lane.
Yep. Go left in there.
20, I just wrecked out. 30 eastbound, 1214.
The trooper had no time to react. He clipped the barrels and slammed into an innocent couple's vehicle. Meanwhile, the Corvette disappeared into the night. Another chase where Arkansas State Police were left empty-handed. On April 3, 2023, Trooper Tyler Van tried pulling over a Chevy Camaro on the interstate, but the driver wasn't going quietly. Once the lights came on, the Camaro blasted to 100 miles per hour in seconds. The trooper floored his cruiser, hitting 150 miles per hour, but the Camaro kept stretching the gap, flying at 160 to 170, slicing through traffic with pure skill while the patrol car struggled to keep pace. The Camaro dodged another heavy wave of traffic and built a massive lead. At that point, the trooper had no choice but to back off. The Chevy was gone into the night. On November 24, 2023, Trooper Blaine Lucas pulled over Dodge Challenger on I-630 in Little Rock for an unreadable temporary plate. As he walked up, the driver stomped the gas so hard the car lost grip, sliding sideways in a little drift show before rocketing toward 140 miles per hour.
Shut up. 1300 octane 37. Coming up to 30, speed 140. Water traffic.
Hang 11, correct.
Coming 30 westbound, 30 westbound.
The Challenger soon left the interstate and tore through busy city streets, forcing cars out of its way. But it didn't stay there long. Moments later, it was back on I-30, pushing max speed and stretching the gap even further.
Continuing past 630. Took the 140 exit.
Flying into a sharp curve, the Challenger handled it at 120 miles per hour without breaking a sweat. The trooper, pushing his 5,000-pound cruiser at 100, wasn't so lucky. He clipped the wall, wrecked out, and the Challenger vanished into the night. On October 20th, 2022, Arkansas State Trooper Thomas Hubbard clocked a red Chevy Camaro with fictitious tags speeding down I-30. Just a week earlier, the same car had outrun troopers, and this time Hubbard wasn't letting it slide.
40 westbound.
The Camaro pushed 110 miles per hour, slicing through heavy traffic with precision. The driver's risky maneuvers left the trooper fighting to keep up, struggling to follow moves that bordered on impossible.
Westbound, cutting in and out of traffic. It's going on the left shoulder. He's trying to get around these big trucks. They're trying to hold him up.
As traffic thickened, the Camaro danced through another wave of cars and opened a huge gap. Hubbard got trapped behind slower vehicles, and in seconds, the red Chevy disappeared once again. At first glance, this looked like a routine pursuit. A car built like a race machine was tearing down the highway, and troopers moved in to shut it down.
That vehicle, well, as you can see, it's hard to keep track of because the driver Well, he simply continues to make some pretty wild turns.
Right, and he's exhibiting the normal characteristics you'd expect from somebody who's got a lot of adrenaline. They're really pumping it.
And usually with these types of cases, they end up going to a neighborhood or an area they're familiar with. Of course, at this point, we don't know where he's going. Maybe he doesn't know where he's going.
Mary, I don't think I've seen anybody get away.
And at this point, do we have any idea how fast the suspect is going?
He's coming up at 100. I'm looking at the clock now. It's 125 miles an hour.
But something felt strange. No sirens, no panic, just steady driving at 125 miles per hour, more like a casual cruise than a high-speed chase.
He's going to go straight through that street and continue now on this.
All right, Gil, we're going to stay with your live picture here. And it looks like the suspect is approaching Fox Studios and may try and stop there.
That's correct.
Is there anything you can tell us about the suspect?
The suspect has turned into Fox Studios. And here he is coming to a stoplight.
And when the officers finally stepped out, they didn't pull out handcuffs. They pulled out their phones.
What's going on here, guys? I'm just on my way to work.
Yeah, we know. We just want to selfie.
Oh, great. Yeah, let's do it.
The surprise came when the driver was revealed. NASCAR legend Jeff Gordon. That's when it all made sense. The entire chase was staged from start to finish, filmed as a commercial for the Daytona 500 with Jeff Gordon front and center, putting NASCAR's biggest race in the spotlight. On March 28, 2024, in Little Rock, Trooper Killian spotted a black Honda Civic riding too close with a paper tag. This wasn't your average Honda. The second he lit it up, the Civic roared to life, blasting past 113 miles per hour. Flying toward a red light at 100 miles per hour, the Civic didn't even hit the brakes. It slid between two cars, missing them by inches. One risky move saved the Honda Civic that night. After cutting its headlights and slipping into the dark streets, the car vanished. Trooper Killian chased until Woodrow and Asher, but the Civic was gone, forcing the officer to call off the pursuit. Two cars lined up on Georgia 400, a Dodge Charger and a Nissan GTR, turning the highway into their own racetrack. But when the blue lights came on, the trooper chose the worst target possible, the 800 horsepower GTR. The driver floored it, and the chase lit up the night at nearly 170 miles per hour.
He don't know how to apex. Get in the 85, stand by, gonna try to pit. Alright, got too close to the wall for me to commit to it. We're connectors, or excuse me, 85 south, 85 south. Coming up on Buford Highway 895, you're going to be able to intercept us.
I'm getting on the route right now. Getting on Mooresville right now, southbound now, southbound.
Alright, we're passing up. Stand by, he's trying to swerve off here at Cortland. Made it on to Cortland, off at Cortland. We got to get him stopped here pretty quick. Coming up to the red light intersection clear, fresh green, fresh green. My GPS come unplugged.
Here you drive.
Left, back to the interstate, We're going to be coming out right here at the HOV ramp. Clear. HOV ramp to connector south. Connector south, be coming up to 20. He's smoking. Yep. All the way over to the right. Might be trying to take 20. Back over to the left. Coming up to 20. All right, right shoulder. He's almost losing it in the curves. Still right shoulder, coming up the flat shoals.
It says post 20, or it says D24CU, so.
Noonan.
Should be on there, right?
It's on the other remote right here.
You
No,
got
we
it?
just standing by at 5144.
We might, damn, don't tell me we got a flat. What's going on with the car? Atlanta, my car's giving up on me. It's dying. He's coming up to the Union City.
The GTR weaved through traffic like a missile, slipping past cars and dodging a pit attempt. After pushing 175 miles per hour under the runway tunnel, the trooper had no choice but to give up and stop the chase. But the night wasn't over yet. Not long after, the GTR clipped a raised median near Union City and crawled into a gas station. The driver, 21-year-old Patrick Lee, reeking of alcohol, tried to walk away until troopers caught up and ended the chase in handcuffs. On the night of April 15, 2023, several Arkansas State Police units were after an Infiniti G37 tearing down the highway. The driver was reckless and at one point even managed to outrun the pack, but Trooper Billy Martin caught him on an interstate exit and the chase was back on. The Infiniti pushed past 150 miles per hour, slicing through heavy traffic like it was nothing. With semis clogging the lanes, the driver darted between them at full tilt, while the trooper stayed locked in. The driver made a dangerous move the trooper did not expect, a sudden U-turn into oncoming traffic. Martin made the call, "Not worth dying tonight." The pursuit was over.
contact with Memphis and Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Hellcats are always a pain to catch, and this one was no exception. Trooper Nick Burleson tried pulling it over for speeding and a plate cover, but the driver had other plans. As soon as the sirens hit and Burleson pushed his cruiser to 115 miles per hour, the Hellcat was already blasting 160.
I'm up 530 northbound. It's going to be Arkansas. Mary, Sam, Adam, Charles, Lincoln, Paul. Going to be 1037 east, northbound at the 30.
Struggling to keep up, Burleson got word that another Arkansas trooper was waiting up ahead near the highway. This was their last chance to box in the 700 horsepower monster before it vanished.
38 mile bluff. He's still in my view. We're northbound at the 23.
34, 38, 4.
You did get a return on the 28.
10-4, I got a charge of return.
10-4. If you can't keep up with it anyway, we've got a return on the vehicle. Why don't you just 10-22 and we'll go with.
With flawless timing, the Hellcat slipped past the second unit like it wasn't even there, leaving both cruisers powerless. Outpaced and outmaneuvered, troopers had no choice but to call off the chase. It started like any other night until Officer Monroe spotted a Dodge Charger Scat Pack weaving through traffic at 100 miles per hour. This wasn't just reckless driving, this was a stolen car on a mission to cause mayhem. Monroe hit the gas, ready to reel in the suspect, but fate had other plans. His patrol car's tires gave out, forcing him to stop. And just like that, the Scat Pack had its first victory of the night. With Monroe out of the game, another officer took up the chase. He set up, waiting for the speeding muscle car to fly into his jurisdiction. The officer kept up, pushing his patrol car to the limit. But at these speeds, one wrong move is all it takes. And then it happened. Tires lost grip, metal crunched, and the officer's vehicle slammed into a civilian car. Officer Tanner Crossland took the lead in pursuit of the Dodge Charger and attempted a pit maneuver. However, the driver maintained control and kept going while Crossland's car took the hit, forcing him to drop out of the chase. After a relentless 30-minute pursuit that left a trail of wrecked police cruisers, another unit finally executed a perfect pit maneuver, sending the suspect's car crashing. He bolted on foot, but his freedom was short-lived. Officers quickly tracked him down and hauled him off to jail. On June 30th, 2024, Arkansas State Trooper Tanner Crossland tried pulling over a Dodge Charger for speeding, but the driver wasn't stopping. He pushed the muscle car to 150 miles per hour, even cutting the lights to disappear into the night.
14, you've got a better visual. Keep calling it.
Taking the 123. White traffic speeds 140.
at the TBI right here, Tanner.
At 100 miles per hour, the Charger brake-checked the trooper and then swerved off-road. But testing a Charger off the pavement is never a good idea. Its right tire shredded instantly, killing its speed advantage.
We're in the Ashby parking lot.
Trey, call this area. I'm not familiar with it.
Northbound Marketplace, Highway 5, Street 75.
East on Highway 5.
East on Highway 5.
Trey, go ahead and pass me if you can.
Get that 28.
Speed's about 100. He's traveling in the wrong lane, no traffic. He's going to have substantial front end damage. He's too far away to get this 28.
I think it was Adam, George, Union was the first three. We're coming up on Woody Drive.
With the Charger crippled, Trooper Crossland closed in and delivered a pit maneuver. The chase ended right there, proving once again that fake confidence doesn't get far against Arkansas State Police.